Hey Floss Tube, it's Taryn. Welcome. It is Sunday, August 20th. I hope y'all had a great week. Today's my parents' 57th wedding anniversary. I have to be sure and call them. It's been a week around here. We still do not have Addison's car running. Wyatt's the truck that Wyatt would be using is still not drivable. I don't know what we're going to do. If you watched my confession video, you already heard me whining about my routine being interrupted. Well, we're about to take that and just turn it on its head. So there you go. But you do what you got to do, right? You take the situation you're in and you make the best of it, and there you are. Wyatt's the university he'll be attending next week. Before classes actually begin. I think it's only incoming freshmen are required to attend this week-long thing where basically they learn their way around campus, where things are, what groups and activities and all of that are available to them. It's really designed to get them familiar with the campus. I so far have really I've really liked the way this is all going. He'll be going here locally at Texas State University and living at home, but everything is set up and is there at the university for kids to succeed, for their students to succeed. Now, that doesn't mean every one of them will. There are probably a majority of students that don't take advantage of what is there to help them succeed. I'm hoping that we can push Wyatt to make sure that he does take advantage of it all. But anyway, getting him there and Kirsten back and forth to work and us back and forth to work is going to require some juggling, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Addison's car, you know, it overheated, and we replaced the water pump and the thermostat. The temperature gauge wasn't even saying that the car was getting hot. We figured the thermostat's issue. And then it would tell us the car was getting hot, but the car was still overheating. So we replaced the radiator. And the car was still overheating. I'm thinking right now that we maybe didn't need to replace the radiator, because when the car was still overheating, I got online and I posted discussions in some car talk forums, one specifically for Ford Escapes, and someone suggested that perhaps all of the air had not been purged from the system. So yesterday I messed around. Dax found a video online, and yesterday I messed around with that for a while, getting all of the air out of the system. And I'll say it hadn't been purged, because as you get the air out, you add more coolant. It's a process, and I had to repeat it about 5 times to get all of the air out of the system. I had to add over a gallon of coolant. No wonder the car was overheating. It was over a gallon low because there was that much air in the line. That's why I'm thinking maybe we didn't actually need a new radiator. But I think the radiator was like $40. So, and all of this work is on a car with almost 200,000 miles on it. So even though I'm getting frustrated and the money we've spent on repairs, it's still cheaper than a car payment. I have to keep reminding myself, it's still cheaper than a car payment. And heck, pretty soon everything's going to be new under the hood, so. But anyway, the car is not overheating, but a new problem has reared its head. If I want to go over like 35 miles an hour or accelerate much at all, it starts making this horrible squealing sound. So I don't know what that is. Addison's boyfriend was over here yesterday. He is going to school to be a mechanic. And Dax and Wyatt are gone this weekend. This is their state guard weekend. So I had recorded how it sounds when it's just idling, and then how it sounds when I accelerate and it starts making that squealing noise. And so I also let Jacob listen to what it sounds like, and he was like, you know, oh my God, I've never heard anything like it. So he asked me to send it to him, and one of his teachers worked for Ford for like 20 years or so, and he's going to play it for his teacher and see if he has any ideas. I've been back on the forums asking, and I'll have to check and see what they have, any suggestions they have to offer to give us the direction to go in. Dax was researching some stuff last night, and he sent me, you know, the name of something and a video for how to check it. It's supposed to be really simple to check to see if maybe that's the issue. So we'll see. I'll try that here in a little bit. This is ridiculous. I am not a mechanically inclined person. My only saving grace here is that from years of having cars that needed to have things done to them for different reasons, I'm familiar with where some of the stuff is in the engine. Some. And I can watch a video and mimic it, just like yesterday getting the air out of the cooling system. I can do that. If the language is simple, I can, you know, read about it, and if there are pictures, figure it out. That is the only thing working in my favor here. Oh my gosh. Anyway, enough of that. It is what it is, and we're trying to do what we can about it, and we either can or we can't. So, cross stitch. On the 17th for Stitch Mania, I did my new start, and I did the bee from Heart and Hand. They have a whole alphabet. I only have the bee. I have it from when we used to have bees before our neighbor poisoned them. So, now it's not quite as significant, I guess. I don't know. But look how much I got done. It was so enjoyable working on this where it would go so fast. I mean, hallelujah. So that was really good. I really enjoyed that, and I may work on it some more just because you know, that makes a finish in sight. I used my little bee needle minder. I keep wanting to call it a bee minder. That is one I made from a thing that I picked up when we were out running around somewhere. I worked on my Texas by Be Stitched. The Texas Panorama. Freaking Sherry is already done with hers. What's that about? And Sherry cheats in stitch-alongs because it's like a race to the finish or something. Slow down for the rest of us. Come on. Anyway, Sherry got hers finished. She really did. All the way done. It looks beautiful. Sherry's probably going to have hers framed and back from the framers before I get the next letter done. I finished the E completely. It has been backstitched and everything. I'm going to backstitch the X and then move on to the next letter. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the T or the A next. Northern Stitcher, Jan, is doing one for Alaska, and she wants to have at the retreat at the beginning of October that's in Austin. She wants us to take our pictures with our finished ones. So that gives me basically 2 weeks per letter in order to get it finished in time, which is good for me because that leaves me a little room to work on other stuff too. But with the new couple of hours taken away from my morning routine, which is when I stitched, we'll see how much I get done. I may have to start locking everyone out of my room and stitching at night. It could happen. As usual, I worked on Norman. He may be Norman Bates by the time this is over. My gosh. I worked on the apron on her dress this week. And so it makes it look like I didn't work on anything, because so much of the stitching in her apron is the same color or so close to the same color as the rest of it. So it doesn't really look like much. I am off somewhere in this stupid area on this apron, and I'm not looking for it. I'm not figuring out where the mistake is, because this has been in there for like 30 years. I'm not taking it out. I'm not changing it. I'm not anything. And unless somebody's looking at the pattern and counting out to find my mistake, they're not going to know it's off either. I am taking the colors that belong there, and I'm getting, some of them are right where they need to be. Some of them just are not going to be. And that is just simply the fact of the matter. Ooh, I'm knocking things over. And I don't care. It is absolutely fine with me if they don't work. Whatever. I just want to get it done at this point. And I know that with all the back stitching that's in that thing, who knows if it'll be done by the end of the year. I have hopes, but we'll see. That is all I stitched on this week. That is it. I don't think I stitched on Friday at all, and I didn't stitch yesterday at all. I was out kind of doing stuff. I was working on the car. I already told you about that. And then Kirsten had to work yesterday. She works at a consignment shop. They get mad if you call it a thrift store. It's a consignment shop. And so when I went to pick her up, Addison went with me, and I went early so I could look around and see. I bought these rocks. They're flat, shiny black rocks. This one, can you see it's got like etched a fancy little heart. This one's kind of etched. It's a little, it gives the feel of the Cocapelli design, but that's not really what it is. I don't know. And then there's this one it's a heart. It's kind of hard to see. It's got a cross at the top and a bunch of flames coming out everywhere. But they're flat on the back, so I thought they'd make good needle minders, so I bought those. And I bought some like jewelry pieces to make scissor fobs with. But anyway, I went up there and I did some shopping, bought that stuff. Afterwards, we went and got ice cream, then went to the grocery store and came back home. I was putting away the groceries, so I'm in the kitchen, and Kirsten and Addison were sitting at the dining table talking to me, and all of a sudden right here my arm just starts stinging. It hurts and it stings, and I'm like, oh my god, what did I just do? And it occurs to me, okay, I've been stung by something. So I'm trying to figure out what I've been stung by, and I look down And like right here on my shirt is a scorpion that had just stung me on the arm. And I'm like, oh my God, I just got stung by a scorpion. And I grab a dish towel because I want to knock it off onto the floor so I can kill it. And, you know, I do like that down the side to knock it off. And I don't see the scorpion on me anymore. But I'm looking on the towel. I've thrown the towel on the floor. I don't see the towel I don't see the scorpion on the towel. I flip it over. I still can't find it. I'm looking all over the floor, and the whole time the girls are like, oh my God, kill it. And I'm like, I can't find it. Our floors are stained concrete, and they're stained like a dark kind of mottled brown, so scorpions don't show up very well on them. So I'm looking everywhere, and then they start screaming, it's on your back, oh my God, it's on your back. And so I'm saying, well, come get it off so I can kill it. And Addison, who is afraid of creepy crawlies of every kind, she starts screaming, Kirsten, go get it off, go get it off. So Kirsten was the hero yesterday. She came and knocked it off so I could kill it. But the worst part is, how did it get on me? Like at my waist. Was it on one of the bags I carried in? Did I brush up against it and it attached somewhere? Or had it been crawling up my leg for 5 minutes before then? I don't know, but the thought of it is just, ugh, it was on me. Ugh. Anyway, we survived that. Hallelujah. I was digging around and stuff. I have a corner in my room that has always been, because the corner's kind of blocked by a bookshelf. So stuff always gets piled in the corner. I don't know what to do with this. Pile it in the corner, pile it in the corner. And last weekend I cleaned the corner out. It is all clean. I threw a bunch of stuff away, and stuff for Goodwill, all that kind of stuff. But I found a couple things. This, I don't even remember making it. Well, you know, I remember now, but I had totally forgotten all about it. I did it, you can see here in 11, just this little embroidered thing. But I made a little bag out of it, and then inside are these guys. Now, oops, why did I do that? Why did I make these? And I know it's hard to tell, but they do have hands and legs. They're just a really pale pink color. But yeah, why did I embroider these? What was really the point? I don't know. But looky there. I got them. I've got them. And I have been looking for this and finally found it. It's a stocking that I've been making for Addison. When my kids were born, I decided I wanted to make everyone a stocking. Kirsten's is the only one finished. As you may remember, they're 18. Maybe I can get stockings made before everybody actually moves out, but I'm not holding my breath. This was cut out of it was a cutter's quilt that I bought someplace. I've rinsed it, but the stabilizer that I had on it that's water soluble, it's still kind of gunky. You can feel it and see it, so I've got to wash it for real. This is felt that's just stitched on, that's a button, and then the tree is all chain stitched. It's got little tiny jingle bells. The star is satin stitched up there. I've got a whole bag full of different Christmas stuff to decorate the tree some more. And then I've got this polka dot red and white fabric to put at the top. I need to get her name put on it and all that kind of stuff, but I haven't finished it on the back yet. I'm thinking, you know, put the back side of the stocking on. I'm thinking maybe red ticking, but I don't know, maybe green. I don't know what it'll look best, but if I work really, really super hard, maybe I could get this finished before Christmas of this year. I have some purchases. Here's one of them. Besides the stuff for the needle minders. This from, now their names escape me, Gloria and Pat. This is Precious Moments PM Book 2. And because I was online looking around, which when you're doing Stitch from Stash, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't look at other people's things or stuff to buy, but I'm a glutton for punishment, so I did. But I needed this because look at this. Oh my God, how cute are those? I gotta make that. I've got to. And then I'm sorry, I've got all this stuff everywhere because I didn't know I was going to make a video, right? I bought a bunch of beads for this one, Earth Dancer. I've done about 10 stitches on her. I've got I was going to say all the threads. I've got all the DMC. I don't have any of the specialty threads. Oh, wait. And so I have those written down, and I have the beads written down that I need. And in my Stitch from Stash budget last month, I was doing okay, so I decided, okay, well, I'll order some beads. And I found these, a lady on eBay for $1.50 a package. I don't know if that's a good price or not. It's been so long since I bought beads, but I felt like it was a pretty decent price. She's got an eBay store. I wrote her name down, but I can't find it now. I think maybe she might have an actual brick and mortar store. Now, I don't know if it actually has brick and mortar, but she has a store, I think. But anyway, I spent $9. I bought 6 packages of beads because it would not put me over in Stitch from Stash, and I could get more of this kitted up. All the specialty threads I'm still going to have to find, but a little at a time. It's not like I'm going to need any of these in the next 2 years, probably. But I thought it was awesome the way that she shipped these, and shipping was only a couple of dollars, like $2.50 or something. But she takes them and she sets them like this, you know, opposite directions, 2 of them to a little Ziploc bag. And she did them all like that, 2 of them to a Ziploc bag, so that if something happens and they bust open in shipping, they're contained. And it's not all of your beads. The mess is going to be minimal. I just thought that was brilliant. It's not the kind of thing I would ever think of. And as I've said before, it's the little things that just make me go, oh my God, that is so smart. You people are so smart. So, let's see. I have some stuff. I think that's all I've bought. I have not ordered the Frosted Pumpkin Candy Corn Costume Parade yet. I want to. I really, really want to. I'm doing fine with my budget this month. I have plenty of room to order. I want 2 of them. Even at that, I could order just 1, even if I wasn't doing fine in my budget. But the guy keeps coming to fix our computer, and so currently my computer will not connect to the color printer anymore. it's been fixed right out of being able to print on it. So I'm going to have to see if Dax can get me back connected to it, because if I download that pattern and I can't print it out and start it, I'm going to be cranky. So I haven't even bought it because I'm trying to avoid that. But I got a few other little things. I got these little alphabet buttons because I was like, what is the K? It's a koala. The B is a beaver. I just wanted to make one with my initials. But you know, you have to buy them in a pack, even if what you're looking for is the one you want. I thought that'd make a cute little needle minder. It's like a set of 20 buttons, so I don't know what letters are missing. Probably the ones I want. That's how it would work. But I think that's, you know, what I've gotten. I don't know. I wanted to show you. I know I've showed you the other pictures that Abigail had painted for a school project. She painted this one for Dax for Father's Day. It's been at the office and I finally remembered to bring it home. Of Sam Elliott, because that's Dax's man crush. Isn't Sam Elliott everyone's man crush? I mean, come on. But anyway, I thought that was pretty good that she painted that for Dax and wanted to show it off. I forgot to go back into his office and get Kirsten's paper cutting, whatever you say, because like I said before, shearing shit is not the answer. That is not the correct pronunciation. That is mine. But Kirsten loves to Zentangle, and so she has started, she wants to start her own little online design kind of thing, and she was wondering what to make Dax for his birthday, because she did the paper cutting thing for him for Father's Day. Yes. And his birthday was in July, and I told her, because he went to the University of Michigan, I told her do a block M in the colors in maize and blue, and she did. It's a blue background with the M is entangled inside the M, and she did it for him, and we have the file, but I've been looking to have it printed out how we want to print it out, to frame it and everything. But in the meantime, I ordered, I did it onto a coffee mug for him, but I thought that turned out really, really well. Here you can see her work that she's put into the elm. But like I said, I thought that turned out really well. So I told her to, she needs to list it. Now, granted, she can't call it the M from the University of Michigan. It's just a block M. But the University of Michigan aside, I told her she needs to do every letter in the alphabet like that, and, you know, with, because she's doing it all digitally. She took her graduation money and bought some kind of computer. It's one where she can draw on it. That was her specifications, is that it needed to have the pen to be able to, in the programs, to draw on it, because that's not like copy and paste. She actually drew all of that on there. So anyway, I told her, you need to set it up where people can choose their colors and you can do every letter of the alphabet, because I thought it turned out fantastic. And to figure out how to put it on a shirt or just whatever. Anyway, Neither one of them get any of that talent from me. My father is an artist. My brother is an artist. It passed me straight by, and fortunately, some of my kids got that. The other two don't really care much about it at all, so I'm going to guess that it's not in them. But, so, oh, I was trying to decide, is that everything? I don't know. I did crochet on my sock a little bit. It is upside down. This is where the sock is. There you go. I've got to do this. It's supposed to be like 5.5 inches down, I think. You just continue with this. It's just a little single crochet. So I've got probably 4.5 inches left to go. I like it because it just seems so simple. I've got this little thing going on here. I may have squeezed in. It tells you how many stitches to squeeze in around here. It feels like too many if you judge based on that right there. But I don't know, maybe that's just, maybe on the leg it'll spread out and everything. But I'm afraid to short any of the stitches because then what happens at the heel? So anyway, I feel pretty certain based on how it looks at the moment. This can be an ugly ass pair of socks. I'm sorry, but yeah, that is not looking pretty. But you know what? I don't care. I don't even care. If I can get a pair of socks made, I will be thrilled. That's just all that matters. I have not looked at all for the muslin to finish off my purse. I did order some leather handles for it, but those haven't come in yet. So I don't feel like it's a big emergency to get it done if I don't even have the handles for it. And Dax will have to help me. He does some leather tooling, so he'll need to help me get those on there, the straps on there. So okay, I guess that's all. I'm gonna go out and see if I can figure out, well, first I'm gonna find the video that Dax tried to send me on why the car is making this song of the sirens noise. I don't know, and go see if I can test whatever it is he suggested last night. Again, it's supposed to be easy. Y'all keep me in your prayers where these cars go. Whatever you do, send up a prayer, do a dance, cast a spell. I don't know. Whatever will help this happen and get these cars running. I need it. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget, confessions. Do them. You'll feel so much better. And I guess we'll see you here next time. Y'all have a wonderful week. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing, commenting. I am trying to get better on responding to your comments, and I appreciate them. Even when it takes me a while, I have read them. It's just a matter of trying to get back to them. And we'll see you next time. Thank you again. Y'all have a great week. Bye.